Hey you guys, come on in. It's the last free training Friday of 2022. You're here. We're here. We made it. Say hello if you're on this part of the video. You're probably a replay watcher because a lot of people aren't that fast. So, let's think of something cool to drop in the comments this time. Drop in the comments. So I don't do New Year's resolutions. Like, come on. Like, we know nobody sticks to New Year's resolutions. I like to do like sayings or words. Like the past couple of years, I picked words for the new year. I believe my word last year was peace. And this year, 2023, I was like, I'm just going to pick like a statement. And so if you follow me in stories, you already know what it is. I shared there. I changed up the wallpaper on my phone, which my phone, aka my office, if you're a social seller. That's right too. I'm going to kind of touch base on that on this training too. So say hello when you guys are popping on. And I'm going to tell y'all my statement for 2022 as well. I'm going to tell you something to you guys. I can make sure that I can see comments because I love interacting with you guys during these trainings. Okay, so drop below your 2023 word or statement. I know a lot of you guys do kind of the same thing. So I'd like to see everybody's. I think that would be fun. So mine is live in the moment. Short, simple, to the point. Hey, Nikki. And that's it. It's live in the moment. And I'm not waiting until January 1st. Like, I'm already implementing that. Live in the moment and actually be present in the moment. That is something that we never get back. We never get back time, right? We don't. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I know it's almost 2023. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Rita. Hey, Nikki. You guys come in and say hello. I need to upgrade the mug by Santa. If you guys are just hopping on, I was revealing my statement for 2023. I don't do New Year's resolutions. Come on. We don't keep them, right? Like, I'm over it. I don't think I've ever done that. But I was saying the past couple of years, I do like a word for the year. And this year I'm doing like a statement, which is live in the moment. So you guys, if you're on here now, drop your word for 2023 or your statement for 2023. It's okay to stay in the spirit. Yeah, it's okay to stay in the spirit, right? Good morning, Tammy. I'm really excited about today's training. I hope that it will help you, and I really think it will, as much as it's helped me. And I'm going to be sharing 4 energetic leaks I'm cleaning up, okay? And a couple of them I'm like actually in the process of doing, and I think it's really important to share like when you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different type of energy versus like things you've already done, or you know what I mean. So good morning, Carrie. I think my word is intentional. I need the focus in all areas of my life. Discipline. Oh, I love reading your all's words or statements. So mine last year, I just had one word, and it was peace, and I actually had it on like the background of my phone. This year it's live in the moment. Discipline. I will. And Tammy, I love how you just said I will be more intentional, or I will be more disciplined, versus like I want to be, or I hope to be, or whatever. Like, she's already affirming it. I will be more disciplined. Boom. Write it. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, guys. Let's get right to it. If you were brand new here, I do these free trainings every single Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live here on my Facebook every Friday. And I've been in the social selling space for over 8 years now. And I literally just come on here every Friday and share things that I've learned in these 8 years to help you in your business. in your life, really. I mean, so many of these things you can take and implement into your own personal life as well. And all of my trainings on Fridays are not company specific, okay? So if you were in any company, if you even have just a small business, right, that you run out of your home or online, you have a boutique, or heck, even if you have a brick and mortar, but you sell something, a service or product online, and these are all beneficial, okay? So feel free to share with someone, tag your social selling bestie, whatever it is. These are not company specific, okay? So today I am sharing, and I want you to write these down. Most of my trainings, I tell you guys to bring a pen and paper, okay? I want you to take a little bit of notes, or even during this part, just listen. You can go back and watch the replay and then take some notes. So today I'm sharing my 4 energetic leaks that I am currently cleaning up, okay? So as social sellers, or if you're a business owner, if you're a wife, if you're a mom, if, you know, whatever it is, we as people, as humans, even if you're not a wife or mom, right? If you're a business owner, if you're in direct sales, whatever it is, we have so many energy leaks. Okay, do you guys know what that is? Right, it's pretty self-explanatory. Energetic leaks, okay? Things that we do daily, weekly, that just drain our energy out. And if we don't become self-aware of the certain things that are draining our energy, that's when we're all left super overwhelmed, high anxiety, nervous, angry, bitter. Like, there's so many side effects to it. So how many of you guys actually feel right now overwhelmed, or you are anxious, or you're upset or sad, or you get to that comparison mode, or you're just a mad person and you're angry and bitter or jealous or whatever it is? How many of you guys have some of those feelings right now? You can really address some of those feelings by becoming aware of your energetic leaks, okay? And I literally sat down and I wrote out a list of things that I know are draining my energy, okay? And I'm starting with 4 of them, really focusing on these 4, and I'm going to share them with you, so then maybe you can take these 4 and, hey, like, wow, yeah, I really need to clean up this too. But even going further than that, just get you a pen and paper and just literally sit down without even thinking about it too much. Just sit down and write things daily that drain your energy, okay? Hello, Minnie. Hello. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, you guys. Come in and say hey. If you just popped on, drop your 2023 word or statement that you really want to focus on in 2023. We're not talking resolutions. We're talking like statements or words that you really want to focus on in your life. Mine is live in the moment. And like just saying that makes me really happy. So, all right, 4 energetic leaks I am cleaning up. The first one is decision fatigue. Okay, decision fatigue. I know that is an energetic leak of mine, okay? And I actually went further and I sat down and wrote all of these little decisions that I'm constantly having to make that just drain my energy daily. And I started off with 1 that I really want to focus on, okay? And you guys, like, these are so simple, but when you think about it, you're like, dang, yeah, like, it's so true. So the one that I am focusing on really getting rid of, right, is meals. Like, what the heck are we having for dinner, right? Every day I'll find myself, it'll be like 3 o'clock and I'm like, what the heck are we going to eat for dinner? Like, what are we going to have for dinner? Everybody's going to be hungry. Like, what am I going to make? Like, it's just decision fatigue. And it's like one day it happens and the next day and every single day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, so this is one thing that I am focusing on, is making decisions about meals and what we're having for dinner. So this is what I did, and you can take this as a tip too. I sat down and wrote out 15 of our favorite meals, our favorite dinners, like what my kids like, and I just wrote out our 15 favorite dinners. And that even took a while because I was like, can I even come up with like 15? But I did. And I was like, boom, like right there, I have 3 weeks of dinners planned out. So each week when I go to Aldi, I'm gonna look at the week. I'm not gonna actually start meal planning the dinners week by week, but I write down 15 of our favorite dinners, so I already have 3 weeks of ideas. But then you can go a step further and plan out the week. So Monday through Friday, like this is what we're gonna have each night. And I just make a list, right? The ingredient list, whatever I need from Aldi for that week, and I just go get them. And then guess what? I wake up and I look at, I have a calendar. I need to get a new one because it's 2022, but I wake up and look and I'm like, oh, today we're having tacos. Oh, tomorrow we're having vegetable soup. Oh, next day spaghetti. Like, that's it. So guess what? I just eliminated a lot of energy that I was spending on making decisions daily. Like, do you guys see how simple this is? Yeah, it took a little bit more effort for me to write down 15 dinners and then decide, okay, what 5 are we going to have this week? But my gosh, the extra 15, 20 minutes it took to do that. And these are 15 dinners that I can go back to every single month, and we just switch them around. Like, boom, do a little bit of extra stuff in the beginning, and then so much easier. Hey Jess, I do that weekly. Good. And here's another idea of decision fatigue. Okay, so meals was one of mine. Another one could be if you like work in corporate or you have a full-time job, like an actual place you have to go to, and let's say it's not a uniform, like scrubs or something. I know we have a lot of nurses here. But I am finding, like, when I talk to people, it's picking out what to wear during the day. So I work from home. That's really not energetic leak for me because I literally just wake up and I'm like, just put on whatever. But for some people, that's a huge thing. Like, they wake up and they hate picking out what to wear. So here's another tip. Go through your closet and get rid, like, you don't even wear 80% of the crap, right? Like, do a capsule wardrobe for yourself where it's like literally like 4, 5, 6 items and you just like rotate them. You could do like a color scheme, just white and pink. I don't know, like there's just so many different ways that you can eliminate, right, extra energy that you're having to spend on decisions. So number 1, decision fatigue. Find out what you were spending energy on daily on making all of these little decisions, okay? As a business owner, as a social seller, a wife, a mom, whatever it is, okay? Start off with 1. I'm starting off with meals, okay? That's a good idea. I take the store circular on Sunday night and plan my meals for the week around the sales. Tammy, that's such a good idea. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2, negative self-talk. Who's guilty? Just say guilty in the comments. I want to see how many people actually struggle with this because I've actually gotten a lot better about this. But this is can be a huge energy consumption, okay? It can be a big energy leak, is negative self-talk. And Alicia already said guilty. I wanted to see how many of you guys actually struggled with this. So for me, I really don't struggle with this in my business, but you can take this and apply it to what area of your life you have negative self-talk about. Okay, so if it is your business, then you have to address that. I do negative self-talk more around like mom guilt, being a mom or a wife, and so immediately, like, if I mess up or screw up or something, I'm immediately like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the worst mom ever, or why did I do that, or like, and then I'll hyper focus on like that, like problem or issue or whatever it is, and it is such an energy like drainer. I don't even want to say leak. It's like a full-on faucet open up, and it drains your energy. Negative self-talk on whatever category you have problems with, okay? So for me, it's probably more mom guilt, right? Like, oh, did I spend enough time, or did I do this, or was I on my phone? Which I'm gonna get to that, you guys. Like, something I've been doing that's like completely shifted everything. Like I used to have big mom guilt around, like, oh, I was working, I didn't spend time, like I wasn't in the moment, like I wasn't present. It's just, that is such an energetic leak for me. So really becoming self-aware of that. And you guys, you can't fix a problem that you're not aware of, right? So really sit down and think about it. Like, what do I negative self-talk about? What do I feel guilty about? The feelings of guilt are so draining. They are so draining, you guys. So I think about the area of my life I want to work on the most, and of course that's being a mom, and I pray about it. I knew that working and being present, that was a big thing for me, so I became self-aware of it and I did something about it. Okay, so I'm going to get to that part. He wears blue jeans and a white t-shirt every day, just throws on a different scarf and changes. Charlotte, like, that's such a good idea for decision fatigue on outfits. That's really good. Okay, so the negative self-talk, that is an energetic leak I am cleaning up. Okay, like I said, I don't really have it in my business. I used to, but I became self-aware of what I negative self-talked about, which let me say this really quick. Back when I had negative self-talk about my business, it was mostly about comparison. So if I would see someone like in my company or my business, like post something or do a video or whatever, I would immediately like tell myself like, okay, like I suck. I'm like so stupid. Like I could never do that. Like my stuff looks like second grade work. Like I don't talk like that. I don't, like, do you guys see? And it's such an energetic leak, and it like affected me in my business. So I became self-aware of comparison and I fixed it. I stopped following people. Okay, which I'm going to get to that. Okay, number 3 is overscheduling. This is the third energetic leak, overscheduling. So number 1 was decision fatigue. Number 2, negative self-talk. Number 3 was overscheduling. This is something I am doing now, okay? It feels so good, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Overscheduling. I like to work, okay? I get enjoyment out of it. I like to work. I could work 10 hours a day. Do I want to? No. Okay, so overscheduling. I used to, and when I say used to, I'm talking like a month ago, you guys, would schedule out everyone that partnered with me, okay, in my company. I would schedule all of these onboarding calls just all throughout the week. I would send people my scheduling calendar, okay, and I use Calendly, and you can actually put in your hours that you're available, and guess what? I was available to people almost 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's insane. Like, who does that? And I would send that to my new people. I'm like, schedule a call with me, let's get you onboarded, yada yada. And they would just schedule whenever, right? And I made myself available almost all the time. And then I found myself, everybody would schedule all of these sporadic times, right? That was good for them, not necessarily good for me. And I was like, why am I doing this? Like, and I'm not doing anything about it. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, it would be late at night or in the morning, or like I'd have to rush home after I got Sophie, and like it wasn't good. It was overscheduling, and then team Zooms, and then just all of these calls, and it was insane. And that right there, you guys, a big energetic leak of mine. I put a lot of energy, and you guys can probably tell this, into my videos, okay? Into my videos. I do into my team calls, into my onboarding calls. When I am working with you one-on-one, or when I'm working with my team, or when I'm even sitting here talking to you guys, I give you 100%, 110% of my energy, okay? And it's very draining. I know this about myself. but I wasn't doing anything about it. So I kept finding myself like so depleted, like I couldn't even function. Like literally, I couldn't even form a sentence. Like to my husband, I'm like, I can't talk right now. Like even my jaws, like everything, I was like, it's going to take me at least 30, 40 minutes for me to like recoup energy to like even function. That is not good, you guys. Like that's not healthy. So what did I do about it? I am now only scheduling calls Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Tuesday nights, I have a Zoom call with my team. Okay, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm keeping open for my onboarding calls. Okay, so now I will, when someone partners with me, I will send them my link, and the only availability is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so they can pick a time on those days that work for them. And I even have the time set up that will work for me on those days. Okay, so on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, those are my days to be creative or create content or really just do whatever I want. Fridays, I know Fridays are free training Fridays. I stopped doing things back to back. A good example of this, is Chelsea on here? She's a leader on my team, but so last week, it was on a Tuesday, I was asked by my company to go live and do a video in front of the whole company. This was for Tuesday night. That is the night that I have Team Zooms planned. So I was talking to Chelsea. I was like, like it's the same night as the Team Zoom. Like, and she's like, well, we could just move it up an hour, do the Team Zoom, because I was scheduled to go live at 7. Or no, scheduled to go live, I believe, 8. And our Zooms are scheduled for 7:30. She's like, well, we can just bump up the Zoom like earlier in the evening. And this was the first time I did this, because I am such a people pleaser that I would say yes to everything. Like yes to my team, yes to every individual, yes to anybody who texts me, yes. Any people pleasers on here, drop people pleaser in the comment. I was such a people pleaser. I always said yes. I have shifted that, and now I am always saying no, and that's not a bad thing, you guys. It's not. I really want to talk about this, because when you respect your own boundaries, right? A lot of people aren't used to that, okay? And they may take offense or think it's aggressive or whatever, right? Like that is on that person, okay? I am such a firm believer in you teach people how to treat you. And if you don't respect your own boundaries, how do you expect anyone else to respect your boundaries? That was me. I was open 24/7 to whoever needed me. Like and let me just say this, guess what? Nobody on here, not a single person on here is Jesus Christ. You are nobody's savior. And I was treating myself like I was Jesus Christ and I was going to save everybody. Right? Anybody who need me, I'm available 24/7. Guess where that got me? Not happy, overwhelmed, tired, anxious. Like there's a list this long. Okay. So backing up to that Zoom and the live last Tuesday, Chelsea was like, well, we could just have the Zoom a little earlier. And I was like, no. And I sent her a voice message. I said, I know this about myself. I know that I give 110% energy in all of my videos, calls, all of that. So if we have a team Zoom before my company video, after I got off of that, I knew I wouldn't be moving for like 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm not doing this to myself anymore. I'm not. And I said, we will just reschedule the Zoom for Wednesday night, the next night. And guess what? Nobody died. Everything was okay. Like, that's just it. Like, everything is figure-outable. I love that saying. Everything is figure-outable. So in my company live, I was full of energy. I had the energy to give. And then on the next night for my team Zoom, I had 110% energy. Okay? Because I broke it up. I became self-aware and I know what my vices are. So number 3, overscheduling. This is literally what I have written down. Overscheduling. Scheduling my work. This is something I am implementing in the new year. I am setting myself office hours. Does anybody do office hours? If you're a social seller, a direct seller, really, I want to have a conversation. Put in the comments, do you have office hours for yourself? Or do you pretty much just work 24/7 like Like if you had a potential message you at 10, 11, midnight, and was like, hey, like send me information about your opportunity, would you message them right then? Are you available? Okay, I really want to see this in the comments. Do you have office hours or not? Because I, in 8 years, have not had office hours. I've been better at not being available. Okay, so this is what I'm doing, you guys. 8 years, I have not had office hours. I've been available 24/7. And you guys, your business will not suffer. It will not suffer. You will not lose the recruit. And if you did, they weren't meant for you anyways, right? Because when you onboard that team member, you still don't want to be available 24/7. Because in this business, it's very much about duplication too, right? So you as a leader are setting that standard. So if you're available 24/7, your new person coming on is going to feel like, dang, like Ashley's always answering me right back. She's available, like whenever I have a question, she's like, boom, right there, right? That was me for 8 years. So then they feel like, gosh, I'm going to have to be available 24/7. Well, I work full time and I do this and this and that. Like, I can't do this business. I don't have enough time. Do you guys see? Like, so I am making myself unavailable. And this, even saying this, is hard for me to say because I'm such a people pleaser. But I have gotten so good about this in the past couple of weeks. I have said no to so many things, and it feels so good. It literally feels so good, you guys. I lost myself last month and refused to ever do that again. And I'm working on being more strict about it. Let me see what Jess said. Especially in the late evenings, I had to because I was getting messages at 2 a.m. about hair color questions. Yeah, especially if you, I know Abby who does my hair, like her clients will message her all of the time. Like, you guys have to put boundaries on yourselves. Like, stores have hours, right? Like, you weren't showing up to the dollar store at midnight trying to get toothpaste, right? Like, there are hours. So I am literally implementing office hours for myself, for my energy, for my family, right? The whole goal of social selling is time freedom. And then I find most everybody is a slave to their phone, and their family is a slave to their business, which it should be the opposite. You should be creating a business that works for your family, not your family working for the business. Okay, so that was really eye-opening to me too. But I'll share with you guys my office hours, and this is just how I'm starting out. I'm going to tweak it. We're going to see how this goes. So 9 to 7, which may seem like a long day, but again, like, I'm a workaholic. I can work all day long. So that actually is like short for me, because I'd find myself when I wake up, right, like 7:30ish, immediately I would go to my phone, check my messages in my team chat, yada yada. Like, literally, as soon as my eyes opened, went to my phone to answer messages, all of the stuff. Okay, now, and I just started doing this week. When I wake up, I haven't even been charging my phone at night. That's crazy for me. So when I wake up, I'll have to start charging it when Sophie goes back to school, just for the alarm. But when I wake up, I don't even look at my phone. And this is something you have to train yourself. Okay, this is the first week for me doing this, and even like 5 days in, it's so much easier for me. Like, the first day, you're gonna like feel the jitters. I'm telling you, like, phones and social media, which social media is number 4, it is so addictive, you guys. It is so addicting. It is almost sickening. Like, when you become self-aware of it, it's crazy. So 9 to 7 are going to be my office hours. 7 o'clock, my phone, I'm not answering messages. I'm actually, because I know myself, if I see a message pop up on my phone, I will literally go insane. Like, I'm like, I have to answer that. So I'm actually deleting Messenger 7 o'clock every evening, and then the next morning I'll reinstall it around 9. But I'm deleting my Messenger at 7 o'clock. I will not be available to answer questions. Guess what? Nobody's going to die. Everybody's going to be okay. People are going to become more self-sufficient, right? I am training up strong leaders because you don't want people dependent on you. You don't. You want to help people become self-sufficient. Okay, so for me personally, 7 o'clock, bye. There's no late scrolling. There's none of that. None of that. Okay, so overscheduling was number 3. Scheduling my work, office hours, not being available, and saying no. And I'm actually being present. So even with my kids, you know, even just a couple of weeks ago, I was at the mall with Sophie, and I felt like I was on my phone the whole time. People were messaging and this and that. And when I got back home, I even told David, I was like, that was supposed to be like a fun day, and I felt like I was working the whole time. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. When I am going somewhere with my kids, or when I'm with my kids, I want to be 100% present. Whether that means I leave my phone in the car, I am deleting apps, whatever it is, because I don't want to look back when my kids are 20 years old and be like, oh my gosh, I like was on my phone their whole life. Like, you know what I mean? And I get, like, this business, like, you have to be on your phone, but set yourself boundaries and office hours. Like, I'm doing training right now with you guys, right? I already did my IPAs this morning, income producing activities for my business. Okay, so I have done my business work after I'm done with this training today. So guess what? Phone is going away, and I am being present. I am living in the moment. Okay, this is something that I am literally just going through, you guys. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, number 4, energetic leak, social freaking media. Talk about addicting, social media, you guys. It is insane. So this is, again, something that I'm currently going through and that I've gotten really, really good at. Of course, like, my entire business is on social media, okay? So yes, I have social media. The only reasons I am now on social media is to create my content and to connect with people via DMs, okay, in Messenger. That's where I like to connect with people, form relationships, you know, share life, keep up with life, create content, and connect with people via DMs, okay, or Messenger. That is the only reason that I have Facebook. I stopped following people. I do not get on and scroll. I don't. Instagram, I do not get on and scroll. Like, this is literally what I'm going through right now. And even just a couple of days, right? Because us as social sellers, we feel like we have to get on and we have to interact with everybody and all of this stuff. And I could do a whole other training on IPAs, like literally what you should be doing to work your business in 60 minutes a day. I would say I spend 60 minutes a day on social media. That is a huge decline when it was like 5 hours, okay? Like, that is 5 hours that I could have been doing, I don't even know what. Okay, so when you start to become self-aware of these things and being super intentional about your social media, you guys, I don't follow anyone on social media, okay? Like, and even Instagram, like, I still have to go through and unfollow people on Instagram. But if you know what your vice is, like, how many of you guys start scrolling and you don't think that it's addictive? Y'all right. Like, 2 hours will go by and you're sitting there watching reels or watching everybody's videos or Facebook reels, Instagram reels, TikToks, like, and then you look and you're like, oh my gosh, 2 hours has passed. I've done nothing for my business. My kids are, who knows what they're doing. Like, it is insanely addictive, and I would say 95% of people don't even realize it. Like, it took me quite a while to even, like, start doing this myself. Like, I'm literally just doing this, you guys. I don't follow people. I don't scroll. Phone is going to be gone by 7 p.m. Like, just the clarity of me doing this just a few days, my anxiety is down. I'm a little bit happier. I would say a lot happier. Just what's the emotion I'm thinking of? Just frustration and overwhelm. Like, all of these feelings stem from scrolling social media, and it's like just watching, I don't know, it's like such an illusion, you guys. Like, you got to become self-aware of it, especially if this is your work. Like, Facebook is my office. I open the app and that's my work. Instagram, office, open the app, that is my work. Okay, so moving forward, I am only utilizing it for me to create my content, and then to connect with my ideal client, my specific network via in the DMs, Messenger. That is how I am utilizing social media. So you take this and set up something that's going to work for you, okay, where you're not scrolling for even an hour. You're not even scrolling for 20 minutes. Like, just think that's time that you will never get back with your family. And this isn't me trying to like make you feel guilty. It's me talking to myself of, wow, like it is such a suckhole. I don't even know the word for it. But you have to realize it and become self-aware of it. Like, Brantley hates phones. Like, Sophie, you know how you kind of like learn through your first child. Brantley's our youngest. He doesn't have a phone. He's 10. He doesn't need a phone. He does not have a phone, and he hates phone. He tells Sophie all the time. He's like, Sophie, time to put up your phone, because she only gets her phone from 3 to 10 in the evenings. During the day, she does not have her phone. And even her, I've noticed a huge difference since implementing that. Like, she's so much more mature now and just making decisions, and she's self-aware of these things too. So it starts with you, and especially if you have kids, like, it trickles down. Like, are your kids like stuck on their iPads all day? Like, get outside, like, do something, you know what I mean? So, okay, so 4 energetic leaks I am cleaning up. Number 1, decision fatigue. Number 2, negative self-talk. Number 3, overscheduling. And number 4, social freaking media. Before you're almost say, Mom, did you want to put your phone out here? Yeah, it's so true. I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. Jeanette, what's so funny that you brought that up? I put mine on Do Not Disturb, and stuff still came through. What the? I was like, Do Not Disturb, I'm going to try this. My text, everything still came up. I'm like, what? So obviously I'm doing something wrong. Put your phone down. Yeah, like, even your kids, and good for her, because she's holding you accountable, right? Like, she's holding you accountable. If you're not on working your business, creating a piece of content, or connecting, right, with your ideal client, or your network, why are you on your phone? You know what I mean? And there's a time, like, where I will follow a mentor or someone I look up to get inspiration from. There's a time that I will do that, but like daily, because everybody needs inspiration, right? And I'll end with this too. Quit following like 10 different coaches, like, especially if you're a social seller in direct sales. Like, it's like being in a classroom and you listening to 10 different teachers try to teach you the same subject, different ways, different tips, different everything. Like, is that not confusing? Like, if you were sitting in a class and 10 different teachers walked in and all 10 of them had different ways of teaching you how to do that subject, your head would fall off. You'd be like, what? Like, I just started doing this, and then that teacher said this worked, and like, what the heck? It's the same thing with social media and following all of these gurus, right? Like, social media people and like coaches and all of this stuff. Like, pick one. This is something that I do for inspiration. Pick one. If you're going to consume one, okay? Not 10, not 15, not 20, because things are constantly going to change. Everybody has a different perspective, okay? Which maybe I'll train on this next week of how to be successful in this business, because it's not systems and strategies. Can that make it easier? Yes. But it's not the key. That's not true duplication. Okay, so we'll talk about that next week. So, did you guys, I'll message you and tell you what did the fix that. Okay, Jeanette, so you kind of know what I'm talking about too, because I put do not disturb on, and I was still getting texts. I'm like, what? This doesn't even work. Yeah, text me and tell me how to do it accurately. Okay, so did you guys enjoy this? I hope that you found value in this, and that you will sit down and make a list of your energetic leaks, become aware of them, and then don't just become aware of them, but actually do something about it. Okay, because nothing's going to change if you don't do something about it. And this past week has been crazy for our family. Just Christmas, we had an appraisal. Lacey, our dog, was sick. We had negative 30-degree weather. Like, it was insane. So overwhelmed. I'm like, I literally can't take one more thing. And so I started really hyper-focusing on the overscheduling thing, being available 24/7. I started saying no to, like, literally everything. It feels so good, you guys. And if your friends are really your friends, like, they will understand, like, and they will probably do the same. Like, saying no is not being mean, okay? And most people aren't used to that, right? But you have to help people understand that you have boundaries, and they should have boundaries too, okay? All right, you guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.